Is this somebody who wants to join a class as a fun activity, or someone, driven who wants to do one-on-one with, the best instructor in the world and like that? Because as an instructor, I'm not Luke Skywalker in this story. I'm Yoda. My goal is to guide the hero, you're the hero of your story, where they need to go. I have a student, an instructor, who recently quit Krav Maga. We had this discussion last time. I have a student. There's more to the story since we spoke. Okay. So I had a student, his name is Richard. He might even listen to this, which is cool. And he started training with me as a beginner. I don't normally teach beginners, but we had an instructor that we had to fire. I hope he's listening to this because he was an asshole. Really, he was misguided, so we had to put him on a plane, send him back to Israel. He was working for me in Australia. And I had to take over his classes, so I was teaching beginners for quite a while, which is really cool because I really love teaching beginners. I really love teaching kids, and I don't have an opportunity. And Richard graded for his yellow belts, and it was time for him to join the sparring classes. And he was really apprehensive. As most normal people are, like some people, are all in, want to get punched in the face. Richard was, and I tried to tell him, look, the sparring classes are pretty, we look after one another, there's good intensity, nobody's here trying to knock anybody out, it's just about having fun, it's challenging. I want this for you. This is going to be such a growth experience, and it's the next step in your development. And I had to drag him by the ear. It probably took him a month. It took me a month of every class. He used to train a lot. He used to train 3-4 times a week. And every class I used to say, come on, hang back. And finally he did. And also I'd say, you'll spar with me. Like, I'm looking after you. Don't worry about this. And he started doing it. And 4 or 5 years later, he became an instructor. And he was teaching. And he was on a trip to Thailand. And as you do, if you're a Krav Maga instructor, he went to some Muay Thai classes. And I really liked it. And when he came back to Sydney, he was training more and more Muay Thai. And at some point, look, I don't have time. He had a job. He was a teacher for special education. And he said, look, I don't have time to train as much as to serve. I think I'm going to take a step back from Krav Maga. I'm just going to do Muay Thai. And somebody would say, man, aren't you disappointed? Here's somebody that you invested in. I invested in him. I helped, I trained, I built him up. And now he leaves Krav Maga. Someone would say, he leaves me. He's not working in the gym and he's doing Muay Thai. And I would say this is the most beautiful thing in the world. Like, I took a guy who had no confidence to the point where the thing that he hated and feared the most, now he loves. Yeah. And Richard recently moved to Thailand. He discovered Thailand and Muay Thai, and through Muay Thai got immersed in the culture. And I say, what a beautiful aspect of this story. So you come and you ask me, what can I get at Krav Maga? It's not really about me, what I can show you, how I can prove. It's really about, if my role in your life is to help you discover that you like boxing and that's going to get you fit and you're going to have a lifelong progression, I've done my job. If my role is that you did 3 months in Krav Maga and you had a great experience, but then you had a child and your life got busy, and when your child turned 10, you signed them up to Krav Maga, that's awesome. And they continue from there, I've done my job. So the moment you disconnect, and when you come to me, I understand it's not about me proving to you that Krav Maga is the best, because if you ask me what martial art is the best, I'd say, for what? What's the best tool? A hammer? What's better, hammer or screwdriver? Hammer or screwdriver?
Chainsaw.
Or chainsaw.
Gun knife.
Yeah, or knife.
A gun knife?
Yeah.
You can ask Dave Chappelle that.
A cane gun knife.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Cool. By the way, I propose a drinking game to any listeners of the Ron Engelman podcast that you have to take a drink every time Ron says, punch in the face.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? That's
Talk about, you mentioned getting punched in the face at least once per episode.
Or anytime no one goes, let's call it.
Yeah,
that's the
I
dream.
enjoy it, probably, so I'm down a few brain cells. No joke, by the way, no joke. I won't spar hard these days.
Yeah.
Yes, I will not spar
No,
hard.
we talk about that in your instructor
I can't
courses.
do it anymore.
Nope, me neither.
No, it's stupid. It's not worth. If you're going to be a world champion and you're going to make millions of dollars, or as a football player,
Sure.